Do you know the feeling of being weighed down by stuff? A closet that never closes, old things that just remind you of the past? For a very long time I thought that cleaning is only about cleaning the outside, but now I realized that it also is healing from the inside. In this video, I talk about how minimalism can help you to clean and heal you from the inside. So stay tuned. My journey started a few years ago when I had to give up my studio and all my stuff and all my supplies had to move into my apartment. My apartment is only about 50 square meters and that's not that much. And everything was full of boxes and my shelves were crammed full with stuff. Unfortunately, I do not have a picture of that. I photographed it, but it was so incredible. I started with installing bigger shelves. I had large, big IKEA 50 centimeter deep EVA shelves up to the ceiling, full with boxes and books, and I couldn't breathe anymore. It was horrible. And yeah, my home was like a storage, not a place to live, and it was so suffocating. I hated every minute of it. At this time, I didn't think about owning less. I thought about how to optimize my storage solutions, and I thought perhaps people in Japan know how to do that better because they do not have that huge apartments. And this is when I stumbled upon Marie Kondo. In these days, minimalism wasn't a topic here, nobody knew something about it, and I bought the book and it really opened my eyes. It's not about tidying up your space, it's about letting go of things, and that was the first step for me. For me, minimalism is having less, living with less stuff. But I grew up with the idea that when it's still good and you still can use it, you do not throw it away. And that is why I kept everything. Stuff I didn't love anymore and I didn't use anymore. And I just filled the space. So I started slowly. Like in the book, room by room. Some things were easy to throw away and some others weren't. For me, it was books. You can't throw a book away, but yeah, then I threw books away and I started selling them online on an online platform, and I gave them away, and that felt so strange in the first moment, to give things away which had lasted for so long in my apartment, and some of them were really old. I had them for many, many years. But for some others, the emotional value connected to them had already disappeared. And yeah, letting these things go out felt way easier for me. I still have loads and loads of work materials, and I do not intend to throw them away because I still want to work with them later on. So they have to stay, and they fill large space in my apartment. But I have, because I threw away other stuff, I have more space for them now. So it feels a little bit better. If you saw my home today, you wouldn't call me a minimalist because I still do own many, many things. Not only my working materials, but other stuff as well. I wouldn't call myself a minimalist either. I am on a journey to minimalism. This is my end goal, to be a real minimalist and have less stuff. And for me, it's a journey with many tiny steps. And every time I remove things, I feel a little bit better and lighter, and the weight of the stuff is getting lighter and the air feels clearer for me. These tiny little steps became even more important when my health got worse, because when you have a burnout, you need clarity, and your space need simplicity. That was the time when I felt weighed down most of the time in my apartment. I didn't feel comfortable and at home in my apartment because my home was a chaos to me. And this is something you can't have when you have a burnout. You need calmness, and this is when I really enforced myself to do more and one thing at a time. Letting go of things brought me relief, it brought me structure, and it brought me clarity. And these three things helped me to feeling way better in these days. When we let go, we create space, and it's space to breathe, space for new possibilities, and space for ourselves. Today, minimalism is a very important part of my self-care routine. There are two main ways to start with minimalism. First, the all-at-once method. You throw out everything, almost everything you own in a short time. This is the method people often choose when they have to move or want a new lifestyle. It's fast, it's clear, it's brave, and it's extreme. To me, it is too fast, because when you get rid of things so fast, you might not be ready to release them out of your life. And it's a bit shocking. To me, this is not my way. I couldn't throw out everything. I like the second method better. Number 2 is the step-by-step method. And this is my way, because I declutter regularly, and when the moment is right, I'll let go, and then I don't have any regrets. It's very slowly and it's mindfully, and I can say happily bye-bye to things which have been a place in my life for a very long time. When I do it regularly, the progress is visible. When something leaves and nothing replaces it, I can see the new space, and that feels so good. Okay, of course, you do not have to buy new things. I know there is this method, buy something new and something old has to go. I don't like this, because to me the goal is I don't want to have that many things, and I don't want to have many new things. I want to have things that are important to me and have a value to me. So that means I do not throw out things and buy something new. When I throw out things and declutter regularly, it means gaining space to feel lighter and more calm in my apartment, in my room. And there were also setbacks for me. When I emptied my parents' house, when they moved to a nursery home, there were many things they felt important to me. They still feel important to me. I have them now in my apartment, and they carry memories. They are a part of my history as well as history of my parents. So they stay for now. One day I have to let them go as well. But right now I can't release them. It's too early for me. So they have their place in my home. And this is the key for me when I do things like that, in that method, because I need to feel ready to let them go. I don't want to feel guilty when I throw them away. I don't feel pressure when I throw them away. And to me, minimalism is a process which takes time. I wished I would be able to go faster. But yeah, I have to give this time to me not to feel this guilt and pressure. To me, minimalism leads to something very beautiful. As I said, relief, structure, and clarity, and that leads to a feeling of freedom. It makes me feel free. When I moved to my first apartment, I bought loads and loads of household items because I thought I need them. This is what you have to have in an apartment. And everyone else had them. And I did not question why my friends had them. Perhaps there were also family heirlooms. I don't know. I never asked it. I saw this stuff they had and oh my gosh, I have to have that too. So I bought it and I didn't need them. I didn't need so many things of them. They just stored in my cupboard and they made me uncomfortable whenever I saw them, when I had to pull them out. And these were the first items I threw away and said bye-bye to them, and it felt so good. It was a feeling of freedom. To me, freedom is not about being able to pack a bag and travel the world whenever I want to, but to me, freedom comes from within. And my inner freedom in everyday life is from deciding what I want to own and what not, despite of any kinds of trends or social conventions. I don't care for the it bag or the must-haves anymore. I don't care about that. Freedom means to me, I don't belong to my things, the things belong to me. And I don't need to follow these trends and musts, and don't do that anymore. It's just my own personal decision, and yeah, I love that kind of freedom. I hope this video has inspired you to take your first steps into minimalism, and yeah, please feel free to write down in the comments what is the thing you want to get rid of for a long time and couldn't bear to do it, but you really would like to do it. Please write it down. And if you enjoyed this video, please check my other videos about minimalism, creativity and slow and simple living. And if you like, well, subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.